Hey, it's Romania Black, and you may be wondering, we're starting season 7 today? So yeah, we are actually. So there's a reason for that. I know that you're all probably thinking, well, Romania, you've said for the last several weeks that we were going to review volumes 18 and 19 and look at some short clips before, the week before we start season 7. And that was my intention. Yesterday, I sat down to read volumes 18 and 19, give my notes, take my pictures before that night recording my review of those two volumes and doing the Chibi shorts and things that had been set up before this. And I got into volume 18 and I looked at the first couple pages and I went, I don't think this is something I've watched yet. So I checked with my moderator and my moderator was like, oh my God. They were like, yes, the episode guide that I have is not matching up with the manga. Do not read volumes 18 or 19 yet. And I was like, okay, I might have been okay reading volume 19, but I told the moderator, I said, I'm not going to read volume 19 before it's safe to read volume 18 because I've been going in chronological order this whole time. I'm not about to stop now. So I've got to wait on volumes 18 and 19, which will work out in the end because I think what I'll do is when I get to the end of season 7, which we're at season 7, let that sink in. When I get to the end of season 7, I will do a week that is just a manga catch up where I catch up on the manga from the ends of season 6. Because now we're basically at the point, the only things that has not been covered are the OVAs from season 5, season 6 episodes 1 through 3, 7, 9 through 11, and that's maybe the OVA, maybe the mini movie we just saw last week. But other than that, the OVAs are mainly the end of season 5, season 6 leftovers are all that's left from the manga to talk about. So with that being said, I feel pretty confident that by the end of season 7, I'll be able to look at the stuff that covers those seasons and hopefully some of season 7's content. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually look at the two Chibi shorts because they're each like 2.5 minutes, so they're not very long. We're going to look at the two Chibi shorts, which is going to be about 5 minutes of our time. We're going to briefly talk about them, and then we're going to start season 7. Holy cow, with episode 75. Let me just say, before we even get in, I have one comment from Sunspots from the movie a few weeks ago that I want to talk about. When I started this journey with Natsume, it was right as season 7 was about to air. And now that we're here, a year or so later, it's incredible. It's unreal. We're at least 75 weeks in the making, but we're more closer to like 80, 85 weeks in the making. This has kind of been insane. By the time I finish this, it probably will have been about 100 weeks of Natsume, which is bananas, bonkers, wild to me. So it's not the longest time I've spent on a series. I think Ace of the Diamond is maybe the longest time I've spent on a series, maybe possibly, but still, it's a long ass time and it feels so crazy. So anyway, that's where we are. But yeah, I don't know. I spent a long time ahead of Heaven Official's Blessing. Heaven Official's Blessing might be the longest I've spent on a series, but this is pretty damn close. So in a row, bonkers. So it's very surreal to me right now, and I don't know how to feel about it. So from Sunspots involving the movie, they said that line, Reiko would never be captured so pathetically, was savage from Mon Monbo. And I was like, yeah, poor Natsume. So yeah, I feel like Natsume is like, has enough trouble with some gender dysphoria. And so they're like, why you compare me to my grandma? I didn't even know her. I'm like, just why? All I see is of her in people's memories. Like, thanks. Like, poor Natsume. Natsume tries to fight for his masculinity at every given second. And I feel for him. So about these two shorts, the one short, there's two that I was recommended by the moderator. One is A Day Out in Hideyoshi Kuma, which is some special episode that is in a collaboration with something. That one has subtitles. The other one, which is Nyanko Sensei and Flower Melody, I have tried to find the English subs of this to no avail. No one has it. It's on Facebook. This short is on Facebook. It's only 2.5 minutes, and it is from a collaboration that happened back in 2021 with Oh Gotcha. And it was basically like a merchandise gotcha thing, and they released this little short that went along with it from like 4 years ago. So at this point, we are diving deep into the Natsume lore to find these like hidden gems. The one has subtitles. This first one we're gonna watch does not. And I've tried to scour for a subtitled version, but I'm like, whatever. So we're just gonna do our best to figure out what the hell's going on. And the other one we will get subtitles for, which is great. But in any case, we're going to watch both of these and then come back and talk about them before we dive into season 7. And so we're going to check out Nyanko Sensei and the Flower Melody first, because that was the one that was recommended first. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. And let's see what, turn my sound on, make sure it's not too loud, and we'll see what we get. Oh, well. A flower melody. What are you? Oh, is it the little fox spirit? Aww. Aww. I mean, we can kind of guess what it's probably thinking. Aww. Yes. The fat cat. Aww. I'm guessing the collaboration is about flowers and like merchandise with flowers on it. I miss the little fox spirit. Aww. Oh. I'm not interested in pretty flower things. Aww. There is kind of an Alice in Wonderland vibe to this that I appreciate. Yada yada. And tulips. Daisies. Dandelions. Aw. Hydrangeas. Hey, aw. Oh. And the clovers. That's so cute! Oh my god. And the cherry blossoms. Hey! Aww. Ah! So cute! Aww! Aww. That's so cute! Aww. A beacon of masculinity, Natsume is. I love him. Oh, that's so cute. That's actually the most precious. I love that. And there's, oh my god, that merchandise is adorable. I'm glad this was 4 years ago and it's probably sold out. Curse you, Bandai. Curse you, Bandai, for really adorable merchandise. Okay, so the other video is from Daily Motion's site, if you want to go look it up. But it is Natsume Yuujinchou, A Day Out in Hitoyoshi Kuma. And we're going to look at that here. Make sure my sound is on. We're going to check that out here in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Oh. This one actually does have subtitles. Oh, the animation upgrade, y'all. This is from 2021 as well. So they were doing some Natsume collabs around the time that that other movie came out. Aw. Aw. Cute. Hello. Was it You're the Rooster? Damn animation, come on, get it. It seems like a tourism collaboration. Hey, I've had snacks with that logo of that bear on it. They were amazing. Oh, a soy sauce brewery. And they had Karuta there. What? Oh, wow. If this is a tourism ad, it is working. I would love to go there. Oh, wow. Oh, river rafting. Oh my god! That's so cute! All these women, Natsume surrounded by all these women in this boat. That's hilarious. Kaname Falls, huh? Oh, the Kappa. And hitting away there. Oh, wow. So it's not sake. Ah! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. And Chobi, this is so cute. I love this as a tourism attraction. Aw, I love it. Oh, that's so cool. And enjoy the scenery. Oh, how cool. Damn. So yeah, in collaboration with Komodo, they don't say exactly what it is, but like I'm assuming it's for tourist purposes. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I love that. That was awesome. I really put a lot of animation detail into that one, let me tell you. The flower one was cool. I wish I could understand what the fox spirit was saying, but I think that naming the flowers and basically promoting like the pastels. I love Natsume merch. Either does one of two things. It's either very pastel and floral, which I love me some floral, or it's very earthy. And I love anything earthy tones because hashtag Taurus. So, those were great. Those were wonderful. I'm glad I got to see those. I feel like Plor did such a good job of like, here's all of the shorts. You're missing nothing. You're going to see everything. And I was like, yes, if I'm going to delve deep into the world and lore of Natsume, I need to see everything. So y'all, I can't believe that we are getting here to season 7. 12 episodes this season. The moderators told me the only two-parters that I'm getting this season is episodes 9 and 10 I was told to watch together. That's the only week we're going to do a twofer. And honestly, I'm not mad at that because I want to savor this last season. Like, we're going to be finishing Natsume before the end of the year or catching up with it because I'm going to wait till season 8 comes out. 8's my lucky number. Before any of you ask, we'll be doing the manga catch-up at the end of season 7 to cover the manga that ties in as much as it can to the rest of seasons 5, 6, and then whatever parts of season 7 we can get into without delving into content for future seasons. But I will not be following the manga. I will be waiting because I love the way that I set this up and did it. It worked really well for me. I'm going to keep doing that. So I know that season 8 may take forever, but 8's my lucky number and I've got to watch season 8. So when it comes out, it comes out. Hopefully it's not too long though. Hopefully. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what all we're going to get for season 7. Also, for the record, we will have a new OP and ED, which is crazy time. A new OP and ED is wild. I am so excited, y'all. But I've got the subtitles pulled up. This came out in October of 2024. Like, I had started Natsume before then, but the fact that this has come out nearly a year ago and we're finally getting to it, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. So thank you all for bearing with me. I'm glad you all are in for the ride. I'm so excited about season 7, but let's not waste any more time, shall we? We are going to get down to business and we are going to see this OP. Look, it's been years. It had been years, like 7 years since season 6. So let's see what the animation upgrades have been in the last 7 years, shall we? We're going to start episode 75 of Natsume's Book of Friends, and we're going to do it here in 3, 2, 1, and I'll see you all on the other side. Already? The animation is already in the OP. Chef's kiss. They're like, oh, you waited this long? All right. Ooh. It looks so good already. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that transition. The animation is so rich. I love it already. Hey, Natori! Oh, you would tease Matoba. You would. And with the wheel spokes. Oh, you would. Is that Natsume or is that somebody else? Okay. Okay. Aww. On his, like, giant Falcor look-alike. Aww. Aww. Sasada's still here. Oh, Toko and Shigure, all of them. Oh, and Reiko's bag next to his. Bitch. Or I guess it's his bag. Oh. What is this, a Sandlot? The Fragment's Lament. Well, the second OVA was called A Fragment of Fantasy. I wonder if they're connected. We're immediately going to be like, it's been a while since you've seen this. Natsume's just like an NPC, just doing side quests because he needs to. I wonder if it'll ever get any easier for him to return a name and not be exhausted. Oh. 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 You mentioned sake. Oh, wow. Hell yes. Well, damn it, Natsume, why do you have to be nice? Take the vial, Natsume. Take the gift. Mm-hmm. You think after 7 seasons, somebody just stumbles across the show and they're like, here's what it's about. You've missed the last 6 seasons. Oh, Tanema, keep playing. Hmm. I mean, I could understand that. Do you not want to recreate Ghost with Tanema? Ah, with the squid hanging out of his mouth. It's spiritual clay that you can add more spiritual ash to. No! A single rose. To pay for shelter from the bitter cold. Ah! If I didn't have these cute little paws! Oh my god, that face of Madara was adorable. No, you just... A sake decanter. Ooh! Does Toko not have a vase? Aww. Aww. Oh. Aww. Aww. Oh my god, everybody just shows up. No, not the ashes, no! Aww. Oh my god. Well, there went that. Are you, Kappa? And then we got Crunk and we got Careless. Crunk and Careless, the name of this group. You're too forgiving, Natsume. Mm-hmm. Now, Madara. You guys are enablers! Enablers! Quit enabling his alcoholism. Oh my god. Oh my god. He looks so cute holding the cup, though. Oh my god. Enablers! Get out! Did he take the sake though and leave it? No. Aww. Hmm. I love that he basically invited Tanama on a date. Well, they show up uninvited. Oh. Natsume's hair looks a little different. I like it though. I hope we get more on Reiko and the young man that she ended up having Natsume's mom with. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I have thoughts, but we're going to save them for the discussion. Aww. Aww. Oh. Aww. About that. Even Tanma was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, aren't you supposed to sense these things? Oh my god. Worry about me. What? I love how they animate Madara in this so far. Oh. Was it? Oh! 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 And Tanama can see it? Yeah, but... Yeah. Oh, if the ash got on it, I wonder if it came to life. Thanks for coming over for your date, Tanama. Oh man, we just had Sensei split into 3 a few weeks ago. You would. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. Oh, like the glass that was broken. Oh. But how does the broken glass... How's the broken glass fit into all this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god, quit making Madara the cutest thing ever! Quit it! No! Damn it! It's too adorable. So cute. So freaking cute. Ah. Mm. A vessel. Right. Sure. Well, yes, that's how it has worked. Oh, because he made it. Because he. And it was clay that was from Tanama, and his dad was a priest. So that could be too. Oh. Ah! Ah! It's so cute! Stop it! Stop it! And it's so dee. Mini Sensei! Oh my god. Ah! Oh. I mean, oh my god, that's so cute. Yes! Shut up! It's adorable. Oh! It's the most precious thing. Shut up. Madara, you're gonna get replaced. Oh no! Toko probably thinks it's a mouse. Oh, I'm just going to kill this mouse. Uh-huh. Well, no, but it has to go. Oh. I wonder why it took the wood teacup. My dog is like wanting me to play this toy. Mm-hmm. Of course, because Madara's a cat. Oh. Oh! Oh! Mini Sensei! Oh my god. Mm. Oh shit. Yeah, why the teacup? Oh my god. Why the teacup? Was it broken when they threw the ball through the window? I just love that the yokai little mini sensei is like, bye. No, please let me have it. It's just like, no, I'm taking this. It does feel like Natsume's hair is a little bit shorter than usual. I love that Sensei, like, be careful, like, you're his bodyguard. Oh, shit. Oh my god! It's like showing up, there's a level 75 Pokemon right there. No. No. Ah! It's like Mew just attacked. Meanie Sensei. Oh my god. Oh, a fragment. Oh. 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 Oh, so it was the ash really had nothing to do with it. You just passed by and saw the statue. I didn't pick that shitty vase. Uh. Aw. Mm. Okay. Aw. 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 Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh. 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 Oh my god, he did a tiny little suture. Shut up, Natsume. Aw. Oh. Mm. Aw. Oh. Mm. A bird, of course. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. Shit. Well. Oh, oh, you know. I was holding this tiny little statue. Oh my god. Oh my god, no! Mini Sensei! Oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh no, its little piece is falling. Oh no, it's cracked. Oh. Oh my god. Damn. Oh. 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 Oh, at least these kids are sad. Oh. 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 Oh, wow. That's such a good animation of that. Oh. That's me out here fainting all the time. Oh. He didn't say that. Oh. Oh. Which does not move. Oh, wow. The idea of time not moving either. Ugh. Oh. Oh, the teacup. Shut the frick up. Look at how cute that is. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. Oh, adorable. Oh, yeah. And we have a new ED. Oh. And the seasons. Wow. So we don't just get one season with Natsume and then we get multiple. Aww. Aww. And them all in the winter. And the spring. Aww. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh, and the summer too, and the dandelions. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that is adorable. Oh my gosh. Precious. Oh, we are back. Let me just say, hi 2024 Natsume. We've got some good budget. We got some good budget for this one around. The animation of the OP and the animation overall is just doing good things. The OP looks gorgeous. I love how carefree the OP is. Also, my poor dog has decided that now's the time to play with him. So sorry if he was growling throughout all of that. But the OP looks amazing. Like Natsume being so carefree on the bicycle and then seeing Reiko in there. Now, you know, I'm glad they were just up front. I'm glad because we've had how many OPs so far for Natsume's Book of Friends? And some OPs are really generic and some OPs are very vague and you don't know what you're going to get. They just came right out and told you that, like, you're getting Natori and Matoba in this season. Hope you're ready. And I'm like, as always, I'm so excited for Matoba and Natori to be in this. We haven't actually seen Matoba himself in quite some time. Like, we've seen the other exorcists and other members of the clan last season, but we haven't seen Matoba proper in a while. So that's going to be a fun time. My favorite shot of the entire OP though is when Reiko is looking and she like reaches her hand down and there's someone's hand that takes it. Now, could that hand that takes it be Natsume's and it's just for the OP bridging the gap? Well, sure. Could it also be the man that she ends up having Natsume's mom with? Well, yes. And I'm like, how dare you show, how dare you? So I'm just, I'm excited because their skin's a little bit tanner. I don't know. It very well, Natsume's wearing the same shirt that the hand is, but it's just the fact that we don't know that I'm like, I'm so excited. I like the bicycle theme. I love seeing all the friends, everything. It's such a cute OP. It ties back to, I think season 2 or 3's OP, one of those OPs. It ties back to that one, which is a good callback to it. And then we see the book of friends at the end. I like the one little leaf lands by it. That's super cute. Really awesome. So this episode is called The Fragment's Lament. Fragment's Lament is a nice little alliteration in the title. I honestly, when we started out this episode, thought it was going to be a callback to OVA number 2 from season 5 or from season 6. Season 6 is OVA number 2. I thought it was going to be a callback because the fragment whole thing, because we had a fragment of fantasy and now we have the fragment's lament. So I was expecting to see Tamami again. I was expecting to see our girl again, but no such luck. So what can you do? But yeah, I really liked this episode a lot. Can we also just say, look, I'm a woman in her mid-30s. I can see it as I call it. I'm not usually into older men, but this guy that had this house with the bird statue, when he was probably 35, he could probably get it. So I'm just saying, I'm not speaking ill truths, right? Also, I do like that these kids that broke the window, like they were honest with the man, and they also were like really sad and remorseful that it hit his bird statue that they knew he loved. Like those poor kids, like I kind of felt for them, and I feel like that's why he was so forgiving. He was like, well, yeah, like I guess it's fine. It is what it is. He also had this really amazing outlook on it that was just like, well, everything has its time, and that was its time, which is something that Natsume has kind of wrestled with throughout this entire series. Is it's always been hinted that eventually him and Madara later on down the road are going to part ways, and Natsume has slowly like kind of come to terms with that and been like, I'm fine with it and everything. But this older man is kind of like, everything has its time, and when it's time, and it's like, okay. I mean, honestly, at that point, that's kind of one of the best mentalities you can have about it. Like, obviously, fight for your right to party. But if something happens, it's like, well, then it was its time. My mother had gone on a little mini vacation with a couple of her friends this last week, and their flight was canceled coming back. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And she was like, no, that was meant to be. Like, it'll be fine. I'm like, all right. And it ended up being fine. They ended up getting a different flight the next day, and it worked out. But you just never know. So this episode was, I think this is, of all the season openers, this is one of my favorites because it doesn't do, at this point, we're in season 7, y'all. We're in season 7. At this point, if you are just stumbling across Natsume's Book of Friends, which, for the record, there was a good solid, when did, like, season 6 of Natsume came out, season 6 of Natsume's Book of Friends came out in 2017, which was 7 years prior to this season. 7 years, y'all. So if any series had the right to say, hey, it's been a while, here's what this show's about, it's Natsume's Book of Friends. But usually in the very opening episode of the series, they have the repeat of, okay, here's what Natsume does, here's what the Book of Friends does, here's how his powers work, here's who Madara is. They don't really do that for this episode, but that's fine. They shouldn't have to. You're on season 7. And if you were stumbling across this from the first time, they kind of explain it all up front as generic and quickly as they can, being like, here's Natsume, he has a book, he can give names back, here's his grandmother, this is what she could have used the book for, she didn't use the book for that to our knowledge, and then here's his relationship with Madara, and we get the mid-ranks and the Kappa to come in to kind of also be like, here's his yokai friends. They also establish here's his boyfriend. Here's Tanama, who is the boyfriend, will not be questioned in this series, just so you all are aware. So that part was amazing. Loved it. I do long for the day where Natsume is not completely wiped out when he gives a name back to a yokai, but today is not such days. I do like that when he falls over because he's tired, it makes him look like he's thanking the yokai, and the yokai bows in return, not realizing that he's just exhausted. It was great. He's like, thank you for returning my name. So he says, as thanks, I'll give you this. It's the ash of a cherry tree atop the holy peak of Mount Simba. And Natsume's like, I couldn't possibly take this gift. He's like, it bloomed once every 300 years, but was struck by lightning and burned. And he's like, here's some ashes. It said if you mix it with clay or pottery, it will make teacups and sake cups smell of cherry blossoms. It's a shame now that ashes got on the little figurine and it didn't smell like cherry blossoms. That would have been cute. The moment you say sake cup, though, Madara's like, what did you say? What did you say? My alcoholism is calling. And he says, if you mix it into a flower vase, the flowers will live for 30 days. I would love that because I have not a green thumb. Would love to keep flowers going for 30 days. Also, I do not mean to make the alcoholic jokes about Madara. I know that can be a sensitive subject for some people, but Madara really, every time you mention sake, he instantly perks up, and I'm like, my dude. My dude. Also, his friends are like, we're sorry, we got crunk and came to party and knocked over your stuff. Natsume's a saint because he does not get mad as I thought he would with them showing up out of the blue. Also, I literally just watched Pompoko that's going to be on this channel later this week, and the yokai squeezing out of the window reminded me of something that's not appropriate in Pompoko to talk about in this episode, but go watch that reaction on Friday if you want to see how that goes down. But yeah, and so Natsume's like, ever since I was little, I've seen strange things. Now, I feel like Natsume's hair is a little bit shorter in this version. I want to look up Natsume from season 6. I want to see like his hair in that series. Yeah, well, maybe his hair is, maybe it is the same length. It feels a little bit longer in season 6. It looks like when they animated it, it was a little bit longer. Here it looks like he has a little bit more cropped in the back of it. It's a little undercut, which I think looks really good on him. I like it. But yeah, and so we get a basic summary of yokai. Tanuma playing the piano. I was like, hold on. He can play the piano? Stop. Hold the phone. Where was this? So I like that of all of Natsume's friends, Tanuma's one we focus on because Tanuma's the most important. The chief coordinator of the Book of Boyfriends as we know it. But yeah, of course, one thing I really like is that Tanuma is a complete romantic. He's like, oh, you got ashes from a tree? It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. Like Taylor Swift's love story is playing every time he comes around Natsume. Let's be real. And I love that about Tanuma, but I also love that he views the world of yokai, and this episode's kind of indicative of it, through such a sense of wonderment. Like, he thinks the yokai are fascinating. He's so excited to hear Natsume's stories about the yokai, which is very interesting because most people that we've seen come in contact with people who have been able to see the yokai kind of dread those stories because they can't see it themselves and are like, oh, why do I want to know this? Tanuma kind of revels in it, which is cool. That's great for Natsume. Natsume needs somebody like that in his life, but it's interesting. I feel a little bad for Tanuma because he can't see the yokai, but Tanuma has accepted this fate. So yeah, he's like, all I did was give him back something that was his in the first place. Natsume's like, Natsume being his traditional, self-loathing, self-deprecating type is like, I don't deserve these ashes. All I did was give him back something that was his. I'm like, shh. I thought about this in the OP, but the idea of Reiko with the Book of Friends, we've been wondering the last so many seasons, why does Reiko have the Book of Friends? What's the point? And we've debated about it. We've discussed it in the series. There is a part of me that does wonder if she was collecting all of these names to be something that would protect her daughter or her daughter's daughter or daughter's children, Natsume in this case. I do wonder if she maybe compiled all the names, if part of the reason could be to protect her child. I don't know. I hope that one day we find out, because I think that would be rather interesting, but it's very, very curious. And he's like, I don't know if it's a good idea to accept a gift from a yokai. I mean, we as the audience know from 7 seasons of this show, or 6 seasons up to this point, that the gifts can be dangerous, right? In this sense, it ends up being Schrodinger's cat because the Natsume ends up not being able to use the ashes anyway. But I like that Tanuma respects Natsume and kind of smiles, being like, you're so thoughtful thinking about this. And so he gives Natsume some potter's clay. Potter's clay that is from his dad and using it for a ritual. I wonder if when the little fragment, the soul of the yokai, was seeking out a vessel. I wonder if the clay attracted it because it was used by a priest, considering that the statue had been like a Buddhist statue before. I feel like maybe that's what drew it to it. And so inadvertently, Natsume saved this little yokai soul, but Tanuma technically saved it as well, which is pretty cool. I like that. So he's like, I'm trying to think of what to do. And look, as someone who has dabbled in pottery, dabbled in it in high school, it is freaking hard. I am not good at it. I made a bowl once and a cup, and they were nothing to write home about. They were a step above Madara's, but not a big step, like a little half step. But it's hard to work with clay, especially like fresh clay, right? So I would have liked Tanuma and the ghost scene with Patrick Swayze to me more. You could have given me that show. The fan fiction will give it to me, I'm sure. And also Madara was drawn really cute in this episode where he's like, if I didn't have these curses, if I didn't have these cute little paws. Madara was drawn exceptionally adorable and funny in this episode. But yeah, Natsume's like, I'm just not very good at it. I need a reference. And he's like, can't you make a sake decanter? Poor Madara. But I like that Natsume ends up making the little tiny mini sensei. That was so cute and highly marketable. They know what they're doing in this show. You put Madara on anything and it's marketable. What I liked about it too was it was a nice callback to Madara is able to imitate Reiko, because that's somebody that he knows very well from reference, who knows how. But he's able to turn into someone like Reiko, which again, interesting considering how long it's been since he's seen her. Just saying. But I also like it kind of gets called back in this, where Natsume making the little sensei, because the reference he needed is someone he's around every single day of the week. That's really cool. I thought that was super cute. I liked that. So yeah, then the Crunk mid-ranks and the Kappa show up. Now that I've watched Summer Days with Ku, I'm like, I don't trust you Kappas. You're tricksters. But yeah, they basically, Schrodinger's cat will never know about the ashes. And then yeah, it was such a lovely summer's day, and we just drank too much and got careless. Crunk and Careless. That's this band of people enabling Crunk and Careless. Insubordinate and churlish, as Key and Peele would say. So yeah, poor Madara doesn't get his cherry blossom scented sake cups. And I do appreciate that, like, Natsume at first is like, it's dinner time, sensei, come on. And meanwhile, they're like, drink. And he's like, I guess. Like, the way they drew Madara and the mid-ranks and the Kappa is so cute. So cute. But then Natsume's like, hey, fine, I'll buy you some dango from NATSUME tomorrow. And he's like, what? He's like, get out, you guys. I'm getting good dango. You're getting out of here. I love this scene. It was so cute. And to establish the mid-ranks coming back. So Natsume explains he gets the dango for Madara. It's anime food and it looks incredible. Just saying. And Natsume, basically, Tanuma's like, if this is an excuse for us to go on a date, I'm down. The book of boyfriends, indeed. He's like, I wasn't able to make anything. And he's like, you sure get a lot of yokai at your place. Was it the same for your grandma who said that she could see them? And Natsume's like, I don't know. But she did talk to him a lot. I wonder, because we had in the last season the mansion with the enigmatic exorcist who had lots of people over all the time. And by people, I mean lots of yokai over all the time. But also Natsume's potential grandfather was also there at times. So I'm curious if Natsume hung out with them or not. I'm curious too. The lore behind Natsume's grandmother and grandfather are so intriguing to me. The mystery is so intriguing. So Tanuma gets invited over, and that's when Togo's looking for the coin that fell back there. And we basically lead up to the thumbtack under the pillow and then the tiny little mini sensei. I just love Madara's face when he's like looking at the tech like, how dare they? Like his little cute face when he's angry. Adorable. So yeah, Then they stumble across. I do like the connection to Tanama being able to see Mini Sensei, and Natsume being like, well, it can't be a yokai because Tanama can see it. But then we find out it's a yokai that's possessed the statue that he made. Super cute. I also love the dream where Natsume, the stylistic choice to make Natsume look like fragmented pieces of glass with the white and the black together. Oh, it looked amazing. It looked so good. And you could figure out that it was the broken glass fragments and the man that was looking down at the bird. So I like that Natsume is able to see when he's in close proximity to the yokai, he can see through their eyes and get access to their memories. Natsume's just really spiritually strong. What can he do? So, and then he's like, I'm surprised I couldn't speak out to him. I was just fine as I was. I wanted to tell him that. So basically the little statue was like, hey, it's okay if I break. I'm just a soul. It's fine. But he couldn't tell the old man that. And then we had I liked the fact that the cherry tree ash was just a red herring and it bore no effect on this story at all. The ash never got on the statue whatsoever. The soul was literally flying through the sky, connected with the statue, and chose it regardless of the ash. That was a cool use of a red herring, and I thought it was really well done. But yeah, the animation on Mini Sensei is so good. The animation on Mini Sensei is adorable. It is precious. I loved every second of it walking around and being adorable. And when it was like its little head was cocking with the pendulum, that part was super cute. It in the towel was super cute on everything. Oh. And the fact that it could speak telepathically to Madara was also fun. Man, Toko was ready to sweep it out of existence, though. Do not get a mouse around Toko. So then it just shows up, has the teacup, and it's like, well, farewell. I'm taking this. You can't stop me. And then because we are in an episode of Natsume's Book of Friends, we have to have 2 creepy yokai show up that are threatening Natsume. Why? Because we have to. It's just part of the Natsume experience. And also, because it's the first episode of the season, we have to remind everyone that these yokai look terrible, but Natsume can punch the shit out of them. So, what we gotta do. Although, it was really funny whenever Natsume was going through the ravine and it started getting dark outside. It made me think of the first episode of Pokemon where Ash is fighting off the Pidgey flock, the Pidgeys and the Spearows that come after him. And then from there, it was like this giant yokai showed up and it felt like a giant Spearow. And then the little Mini Sensei attacking was literally like a freaking Mew coming out of nowhere and just punching. I think of Mew from Pokemon Snap where it has the sparkles all around it. That's where my mind went today with Natsume's Book of Friends. Also, can we talk about the fact that Natsume can do a tiny little suture and sling with a tiny piece of cloth? One thing I love about Natsume, and that kind of is from the collaboration video, the Flower Melody video, is the fact that Natsume is very much a masculine character. Like, he does not like to be feminized, has expressed that in the series, and there's nothing misogynist or patronizing or sexist about it. Natsume is comfortable in his skin enough to know his masculinity, but also it's not toxic at all. Like, he dabbles with flowers, he plays with clay, he knows how to fix wounds and heal people, and he's sweet and kind-hearted, like the greenest of flags. Like, Natsume, what I love about a character like him is he constantly is redefining what it means to be masculine, and that's fine. Like, I coach a speech team, and we had a discussion today because one of their coaches was not meeting traditional standards of masculinity, and I was like, yeah, that was 2025. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, you don't have to be a man and just like sports. Like, Natsume is living proof of that. And I think that he's such a great role model to show that you can be masculine without and have these other elements that are considered to be like non-heteronormative. And it's totally fine. I love that. But Natsume is just so kind. I also like the idea of the wandering soul. That's relating a lot to another series that I'm watching right now on the channel. You should go check it out on Sundays. But yeah, the vessel was this. Also, I like that when he inhabits the vessel, the little colors of Madara, they show up, but they're muted, which is really sweet. All the Madara merch. And Natsume is just dedicated to bandaging it up. Mm-hmm. Which, they end up fighting off the other yokai, and then his entire body gets bandaged up by the end. And I love that he gets in his little teacup and like just the mini sensei in the teacup just rowing himself away. Done. So cute. So damn cute. Also, the bird statue, I have one of those in my house. It's colored. It's not white like that bird. It actually looks more like a blue jay, but I have one that looks just like it. Otherwise, crazy. But yeah, these poor kids, they were sad that they busted up the statue, and the old man's like, it's okay. And then he's like, I shouldn't have put you near the window. Even though he was the one who said it, all things have their appointed time. But if I were a real bird, could I have turned away that disaster? I love that kind of like woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of vibes, where it's like, would you have been able to turn that away, or would it have happened anyway? The big what ifs of the world, right? And then yeah, Natsume needs to quit feigning every time a yokai gets to be where they save the day. I do love him waking up and seeing Madara next to the little chip statue. And then he's like, I just need to help you get back to your original body. Oh, and he bandaged him up. Oh, and even the little teacup. Adorable. Stupidly adorable. The wooden teacup carrying him downstream. I was waiting for a fish to go bloop. This episode, again, it's one of my favorite season openings. It wasn't necessarily anything that was overtly melancholy and overtly somber and sad, I feel like Natsume's Book of Friends, they always start with a very safe episode. They don't immediately want to make you cry, but they start out with they tug the heartstrings a little bit, just enough. But here, they were going for maximum cuteness. They're like, it's been 7 years. This is how adorable Natsume and Madara and them are. Soak it in. Let it soak in. We're only in episode 1. But the ED is great. The ED is, we've had EDs that have been one season the whole time, like the fireworks ED, the winter ED, the fall ED. Now we're getting one that spans all of the seasons. All of them. We're spoiled. We're spoiled for choice. Super cute. Super cute animation. I think my favorite is either Natsume with Madara, where he's like getting the snow off of his collar. That one was super cute. Or the Fujiwaras having the picnic. That was really adorable too. I love that. That's sweet. And the dandelions. Dandelions are a great flower for Natsume's Book of Friends, because a lot of the themes in this show are tied to, how nothing is permanent, the changing of seasons, the passage of time. And I think that dandelions, they're beautiful, then they bloom, and then they just become the little seeds that fade, that wisp away to make new dandelions. It's a very cyclical flower. And I think it fits the series very well. So, as sad as I was to not be diving into the manga, I have a feeling that by the end of this season, because we aren't going to be able to watch Natsume for hopefully not a long time, but who knows, after this, that it'll be nice to savor the manga at the end of the season and do a giant review of hopefully, at least 3 or 4 volumes. But regardless, I'm excited to see what we get. I'm excited to see where this series goes. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction and discussion. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts down below, but I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yes, I'll be back very soon with episode 2 of season 7. I can't believe I'm saying that, of Natsume's Book of Friends.